Hi guys. Okay, this is an update um, for me as well as for you guys, because I've had a really frustrating month so far, and I thought I was going to turn the corner this morning, but I didn't have faith in my trading strategy. And basically because I've had so many losing trades this month. And another factor that came in this morning was I was trading the Euro US. I either trade the Euro US or the Pound US. I normally trade London Breakout Strategy, which I'll explain in a minute. But if you look here on Thursday, I've gone into Forex Factory, and this red one here, this box here, says the all day the euro is going to be highly impacted. Now, often if, for example, it was going to say, oh well, that the report was going to come out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, then I'd be quite happy to trade in the morning. But this is an all day thing, so this was weighing on my mind, and obviously the Euro USD and the Pound USD, they're correlated pairs anyway, so it's still going to affect the Pound and the US. But also down here, we've got the US at 130, some high impact reports coming out. That's not such a concern. It was this all day here, and this sort of weighed on my mind. Also, what weighed on my mind was the fact that we're coming up to the last couple of days of August. I've had a really bad losing month. Well, not really bad, but not my best after a good July, and I could have just cut my losses. I guess I'm thinking, okay, I felt good this morning. Let's see if we can get a winning trade. And to be honest, it would have been a winning trade if I'd stuck to the system, stuck to the trading strategy, and obeyed the rules. But I didn't. And this is where, you can have whatever brilliant strategy there is, but unless you're following the rules, it's not going to work. And I'm going to show you why. So this was weighing on my mind here, this all day report. I was thinking there's going to be some volatility. But, however, okay, so this is the Pound US first of all. So the London Breakout Strategy, and we've got the Asian session here, which is on to midnight, 8 o'clock in the UK. Okay, so I'm based in the UK, and these are 5-minute candlestick charts. Basically, what you do is you go long or short as it breaks out of this Asian session. So I've highlighted the Asian session there. Now, what would happen is you'd wait for a full candlestick to come out. Now, full candlesticks come out here, and you wait for it after 8 o'clock, so it's come out at 9:05. But as you can see, if I'd traded that, I would have lost anyway because it's come straight back up again. I always aim for 20 pips, 15 to 20 pips with a 15 pip trailing stop. So quite a tight stop. So this, I probably wouldn't have traded this anyway, because this is a very big, in 5 minutes, this is a very big candlestick here. And this correlates with if I bring up the Euro US, which is the one I did trade. So here, as you can see here, very narrow range, Asian range, we come out here, and I sold here. But made the biggest mistake. I was watching it, and I was watching it come back up. And I had a 15 pip, £12 a pip, that's £180, which would be the loss. So I set my automatic trading stop up here, but instead of leaving the trade and going away, I was getting worried because it was coming back up here again. And I was thinking, well, what's going to happen is it's going to be another £180 loss added to the ones I already had this month. So I was trying to cut my losses. So it's like death by 1,000 cuts. Okay, because look what happened here. In line with what happened with the Pound US, we had this big drop here. So there was obviously, as I go back to the Forex Factory, there was obviously some big news report that all day economic conference going on. Some big news came out, and it's dropped. Now, I wouldn't trade off this alone, so I wouldn't go in here and then trade off this. But because it already come out, the Asian session here, if I stuck to my guns and just like literally closed the trade off and expected to lose the £180, then that would have been fine. The thinking is here, and I'm telling this to myself now, which is I'm telling this to you guys, if anyone's watching, that why are you setting a stop if you're not willing to lose £180? £180 is not a lot in my account, and I was well up last month. So £180 isn't a lot. So it's a small percentage, so I'm quite prepared to lose it. But I'm trying to be clever here. And obviously the market has no, how can I put it? It doesn't relate back to what's previously happened. Okay, there are patterns in the market, but it doesn't relate back this is starting afresh today. But because I lacked confidence, because I've had so many losing trades, I was trying to cut my losses. So instead of losing 180, I'd lost about 97, so just over half. And I was thinking I was being clever. But of course, I wasn't being clever, because what I should have done was I should have taken the trade, closed the trade, expected to lose 180. And even if I had, it wouldn't have been a big deal. I mean, it's starting to come back up now, but I would easily have made the 20 pips. And I don't know why this has happened here. It's obviously some news report, something's come up. But by having my stop in here, it would have been just under my stop of 15 pips. And it's very frustrating. And the reason I'm recording this video is, well, I'll be honest, it's quite a selfish thing to do. It's primarily because I want to get it out of my system. I want to, speak to myself, speak to you guys, if anybody's watching, that this is the wrong way to do it. If I'd been a robot, the system would have been programmed in, strategy would have been programmed in, and the robot's not going to take any notice of what's happened before as regards losing trades. It's not going to take that into account. It's not going to take into account the fact that it's summer and it's been very volatile. Why did I go into a trade if I wasn't willing to commit to it? And this is totally wrong. And any trade on YouTube can give you what they class as the most brilliant trading strategy, but if you don't apply it, and this is where emotions come into trading. And even after all these years, I still get emotions coming into my trading, and it shouldn't be. I should just shut it down, prepared to lose it. Even if I lost another £180, it'd be no big deal. Okay, it wouldn't have been the best month, but I was trying to be clever. I was trying to cut my losses. Death by 1,000 cuts, as they say, and it hasn't worked. So I've lost out there. So if we look at the losses for this month, if I bring it up, okay, if I bring it up here, okay, as you can see, these are the trades that I've done this month. So 0.6 means less than 1, not making any money. Only 3 out of 10 trades were closed. But more importantly, look at the profit loss ratio. As you can see, it's 1, which means average profit is 160 compared to average loss. You always want, obviously, your profits to be more than your loss. You want your profit ratio. So we had the two, these are £12 pips on all of these. So we had the two there, 240, 240. But even though I've had trailing stops this month, look, I've had 180. It doesn't normally close off at 180. That's 15 pips. Normally close slightly. Okay, that's slightly less. 170, 120. That got cut short because of trailing stop. 187. That's because they couldn't quite close it off at the exact. Then 187 there. 180. And then today 97.2 because I was trying to be clever when I could have had a winning trade. So it's it's really, really frustrating. So you can see Euro USD, 6 trades, down 88, only 33% win rate, and down 553 on the pound US, only 1 trade out the 4. So that's, it's been a really, really bad month. We go up the top here, we can see on the graph, where do we go? Just go up to here. I haven't even been above the 0, and see, look down 641.20. Which it's less than 10% on my account. It's no biggie, but I was trying to be clever. So if you had like another another £90, so it'd be 740. So you get these figures in your head that, well, I can cut it down to that. I don't want to make it up to £700 loss. I'll keep it down to 600 up to 500 or whatever. When, to be honest, 640, if that had gone up to 720, it's no biggie on the account, especially after a big winning month last month. So, it swings and roundabouts. But it's because I was thinking, well, maybe I should cut my losses. Summer's been really bad for trading. It always is. There's not the trading volumes that you get. It will start picking up, obviously, next month and next week. So I could have cut out the whole month of trade and not bothered to trade. Or, if you're going to trade, just commit to the trade, commit to losing £180. I could afford to lose it. Why did I put the stop in there if I wasn't prepared to lose that amount of money? So instead of that 640, I would have been, okay, I still would have been down for the month. But what would it have been? It would have been, what, 540, 3, maybe £300 loss. I mean, okay, looking at that 641.20, it's no biggie on the account. I expect that during summer. Overall, my system, the trading system that I use, I'm still up for the month. Sorry, not up for the month. Sorry, let me correct that. I'm down for the month, but I'm still up for the year. So it swings and roundabouts. At the end of the year, I mean, touch wood, I should still be up. I'm well up for the year as it is. Last month was really good. This month, and even though it was summer last month, well, technically it's not been that much of a summer in the UK. I was down. Sorry, up. See, I'm getting confused myself here. So I was up last month, and down this month. And last month was still technically summer, yet I managed to be up. This month I've struggled. But you don't, just because you get maybe one puncture on your tyre, on your car, you don't go and slash all the other three, do you? So I have to face it. And this is why I'm doing this video, get it out of my system. It's very cathartic for me. If anybody's watching this, hopefully they can learn from it. But yeah, look at that. I mean, it's one of those things. Win rate 30%. I mean, I don't get normally a big win rate anyway, normally about 50%, but I still make good money. But yeah, that's a shocker. And this one at the end here could have been a blue. So you live and learn. Whether I'll trade tomorrow, it's the last day of the month, it can be a bit iffy. Depends on the news reports. But if I'm going to do it, I have to commit to it. I have to be prepared to, obviously, if I'm going to do £12 a pip, I'm going to have to prepare to lose 180 and commit to it and don't watch the trade. I mean, why am I watching the trade anyway? I can't influence the trade. Am I by looking at it? I can't make it go my way. All it does is mess with my emotions and gets me up and down, up and down, up and down in how I'm thinking, how I'm feeling. So it's never a good idea to watch any type of trade unless obviously a 1 minute scalping, which I never do anyway. So you live and learn. But I'm glad I've got that in my system now. If anybody is watching, I don't get a lot of views, but if any of you guys are watching, hopefully you've learned from that. It's not all roses in the garden. You do get losing trades, and traders need to show you these losing trades. And I'm honest with you, these are my losing trades. It doesn't look good, but I've explained to you why, and I must learn from that. So yeah, it's not been the best summer. Well, not the best summer anyway, weather-wise in the UK, and certainly not the best summer for trading. I haven't said that last month was good, but this month isn't. Having said that, I wish the summer would go on a little bit longer because it's gone way too quick. But September, I'd say next week, should start picking up. If anybody wants to see more of my trades, they're not all losing, by the way. I do get winning trades as well. Then pop along to my channel, The Running Trader, and subscribe. I haven't got a lot of subscribers, so feel free to join the party if you want to. I'll carry on posting these videos anyway, because as I say, they're helpful for me to look at it in a logical manner. But yeah, if you want to subscribe, then go ahead to the Running Trader and subscribe, and it'd be great to have you on board. For maybe a few more people for me to show, obviously not just my losses, but my winners as well. So hopefully I'll see you at the Running Trader very soon. I'll see you there. Have a good day.